Kips Clip!
Alright to YouTube, another one of Kips Clips, so a wee bit different. I was watching, been listening to Richard Ashcroft's new album today. And I don't know, I'm sold on the guy, so I kind of like his music and whatnot. So, I'm sitting, and plus, as synchronicities would have it, he's playing in Glasgow next Friday, and I managed to get a ticket. But, I'll say but, fuck it, I'm going myself. Can't pass up the opportunity to go and see this guy. Fuck it, so next Friday, see through the F.E.A.R Porn Friday's going to be extremely late. Maybe midnight, 1 o'clock UK time. If it happens at all. But anyways, I digress. So, I was sitting listening to these new music and stuff, and his lyrics, and what he's singing about, and he's a conscious singer. That's why I think I've gravitated towards him, because his lyrics and stuff. And but they can be a bit depressing and down and doom and gloom and stuff like that, right? And then I was thinking back when I was younger, very much into his music, certainly without the sane brain on my shoulders right now, where I used to sit and listen to him and think, how can these guys be so creative? How can somebody just create a song? It's impossible. How can somebody just create a song, or a lyric, or a wee do-do-do? And I used to think it'd be nothing, it would be something I would never be able to grasp. The same way when I was at school and whatnot, I used to think, I would never be able to learn, how to learn. Because the teachers were throwing shit at me, anyway. But I've managed to do that for myself. And I've also got to a stage, and unfortunately not through music, although buying a guitar is on my to-do list, and I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm going to send a message just now, and I should be able to hook it up shortly. After I do this, hold on. But anyway, I'm talking about, when I must have been listening to Richard Ashcroft in the F.E.A.R as a teenager. Must have been that long ago. Definitely. I definitely listened to him as a teenager. And he's so impressionable and whatnot, and maybe this wasn't the best guy to listen to when you're young and impressionable, because he ain't going to cheer you up. But wise words nevertheless. You need to just go and look at the drugs don't work and stuff, and then understand, like, I don't know, it was about his dad with cancer, died when he was 9, and the song was about the chemo and whatnot. So I loved the guy growing up, other than his lyrics and the F.E.A.R and his solo stuff. He's definitely got a particular sound, you can hear all his stuff. I'm going to see him, O2 Academy next week, cannot wait. Going myself, and I'm going to do it in 360. I'm going to take my wee 360 cam, get some 360 filming done, that is for sure. Beautiful. And when I used to listen to him, young and impressionable and whatnot, and used to sit and imagine, wow, how can people are putting pedestals at the time like him, how can they come up with the lyrics and things that they're saying? Just the creative thinking process, just, coming up with something new, something a bit different, something that somebody hasn't had a take on before, or along those lines. And ultimately, I think I'm in a space where I can do that now. And then I was thinking, why? I was trying to analyse the difference. Why back then did I feel it was unachievable? Certainly wasn't doing anything along the creative side of things. And it was strange. And Well, it wasn't strange. It was a good process to compare the two. Way back when, back now, because obviously when I was listening to his music, it is very similar. Like so, you do, and it was a good process. And I was trying to think what's changed to allow me to creatively think, and be proud to say it, and actually try to harness it and stuff. And it's like, it's just I was trying to write it down. I don't know if I've still got it in my head to verbalise it, but it's giving yourself permission, right, to think and blurt out silly, stupid, half funny ideas. You know how the freedom to be silly, if that makes sense, or the freedom to be silly with your thought. That's a good way to say it, actually. Maybe free to be silly with your thought. You know how, like, what fucking stupid idea, it's retarded, and just people getting laughed and mocked and shut down without putting something out there that initially would get people laughing. I mean, well, people say things to me all the time, and I'm like, but I'm laughing, and then I go, that's a great idea, because it gets new passageways in the brain sparking. Oh, I'd never looked at it from that angle before. I'd never conceived of it like that. What ism is that? Has somebody wrote that down before? What book is that in? That's nothing that's in the English dictionary, you see. That's nothing that I can relate to. Define that for me using the vowels and predefined tools laid down to us by our masters, please. You need the creative process to be able to break free from your slave chains. Otherwise, you're going to be confined to the words, the tools, the self-expression. Oh, you can't say fuck, cunt and bugger on YouTube videos. That's not allowed. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to express yourself the way you want, how you want, no matter how stupid, retarded it looks to other people. And you need to grow a set of balls to be able to just go, yeah, you think I'm stupid. I think lots of people are stupid, and we all think each other are stupid. So let's all just hug and kiss and all sharing our stupidity. But the creative thinking process is something, and the creative thinking obviously is the absolute essence of everything else creative in it, because everything else creative comes from the process, the thought process, and then once you may. Now, for me, what I found, once I sparked a sort of a creative thinking process. It's like all sorts of weird ass shit. And then the confidence to let your mind wander. That was another thing I wanted to get out there as well. The confidence to let your mind wander. And I mean, oh fuck, I say this all the time about artists and stuff. In general, speaking, doing that tapas bar the other day, to one of the guys that works behind the bar and does his music and stuff, and I was like, all use music guys, man, all use music. I've got a barrage of them, like I don't know if I'm into the kind of style of whatever the music guys into. That's amazing, that stuff. It's just a pure, I'm not a musician yet, but because I'm buying a guitar, but I love music, I love hearing it, and I like what I like. And people are too nervous and hung up, and there's too much pre-programming out there. I think maybe what I'm saying is people should be encouraged to put their creative thing out more. Or you should have confidence in yourself to put whatever you think your creative thing is out more. Whatever that be, whether it be singing, it be dancing, it be writing, poetry, whatever bullcrap, whatever you fit in, and if you explore the creative thinking or the whole creative process of things, it helps and encourages you to express yourself and encourage yourself, which increases communication with other people, which ultimately makes your life richer because there's less. and I'm only talking about your nearest and dearest and stuff, you know what I'm talking about, but there's you communicate a lot more with people, it's a lot easier to communicate, so there's less of that psychobabble bullcrap that for some reasons entered into families, friendships, workplaces. You know what I mean? It's crazy. The EastEnders hierarchy that's out in the street, or the gangster film hierarchy, or you know what I'm talking about? All the stuff that's been pre-programmed into us of how to act within families, within friends, within all these wee sort of groups you find yourself in the journey of life and whatnot. And monkey see, monkey do. Before you've been in those groups, you've watched a movie about those groups, or you've seen a TV programme about those groups, and you see how things go down. And you know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's why that's not the creative process, that's the regurgitation and programme. Because you need to be a creator, not a consumer. That's a good one as well. And then once you start creating stuff, man, you'll find yourself around a lot more people that are on that level. Not that level, because that implies there's that up and below. On that frequency. Or at least on that page of the book, you know what I mean? Or can share that page. I need to be honest with you, I do quite well. I can relate. There's very few people who I bump into on the street that I can't relate to. In some way, some form, you know what I mean? It's very hard for me to find somebody that I can't find common ground to at least share a few niceties with if you're standing at a bus stop. Sometimes you just get those people who just don't want to speak, and then the common decency is not to speak, if you get me. But anyway, so the creative thinking process. Richard Ashcroft got me thinking about this, because he was taking me back to a time when I looked at him and said, wow, how can you think about this shit? And now I look at myself now and go, wow. I actually feel that I do have a creative spirit in my head. Fuck knows what it is I create, because I don't really create anything. Other than maybe creating thoughts in other people's heads. But that's still creating thoughts, isn't it? Not certainties, but just different. Again, just like what I love to do. But that's why you explore music. That's why a lot of the thing. That's why the music I love, lyrically good and musically good. And the lyrics take you places that you haven't been before. And I would like to think some of my YouTubes have at least done that with some people. At the very least. And then, so again, look, even there's me fucking pure shit. Nah, man, like, to be honest, I do know that happens, so fucking oh, don't speak good about yourself. Don't feel comfortable doing it. But anyway, you know what I mean? People should be encouraged to do it. Well, for me, I've found it nothing but beneficial in all forms of everything. Creatively thinking has made everything better for me. That's my perception of it, so others from the other side might think it's different, but and I would encourage it of everybody, and it's the ability to feel free to. Do you know? I'll use an analogy, and this is something that I'm trying to get over. I still can't, like, in fact, I was doing it last night, I was dancing last night, I was doing the IMC and stuff last night, but that's me trying to come at my shell a wee bit, man. More and more, I'm trying to encourage it, in the sense that I'll go to family parties and whatnot, and I'll just be sitting at a fucking table, be watching every cunt else up and dancing and all that. It's not as if anybody's a really good dancer. I can't dance either. But see, the thing is, if I loosened up, I could. But last night I was doing the YMCA and stuff. So I'm working on that side of my things to try and get out my comfort zone, because
It's a F.E.A.R, F.E.A.R, it's a F.E.A.R, F.E.A.R, it's F.E.A.R, F.E.A.R, come on. It keeps the cheese and the maize and the rats and the race and those peasants in the days like a hip-hop on days. It's a F.E.A.R.